So today we're counting down the top 5 hottest WNBA players, because the world needs both buckets and blushes, threes and thick queens, assists and assets. You guys picking up what I'm putting down here? Let's kick it off with number 1, Brittany Griner. Oh wait, that's my list of Russian gulag survivors that can beat me in arm wrestling. My bad, guys. But before we get to that top 5, let's start off by giving away some other awards, starting with our honorable mentions. First up is Caitlin Clark, the number 1 overall pick in 2024 who broke basically every college scoring record known to mankind. The Golden Girl herself with 3,685 career points at Iowa. She's got that Iowa charm, breaks records like their cheap dinner plates, and apparently also breaks eyeballs, literally. That's referring to when Dejanay Carrington's fingers found Clark's cornea during the playoffs last year, and suddenly everybody on Twitter became an eye doctor. But hey, nothing says you're hot like opponents trying to poke your eyes out, right? She's a 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, and she averaged 19.2 points per game as a rookie. Not bad for someone who spent half the season getting her retinas checked, among other physical altercations. Fast forward to 2025 and the girl literally can't catch a break. She's been out since July with a groin injury after only playing 13 games this season. And at this point, Clark's medical charts gotta be reading like a boxing match summary. The woman's taking more hits than a Mr. Beast video, but she still manages to look good while she's doing it. Then there's Diggins-Smith, who sounds like she should be solving mysteries in a British TV show, but instead she's out here breaking ankles and hearts simultaneously. The woman's got 6 All-Star appearances, averages 13.2 points and 5.2 assists per game, and somehow manages to look better at 35 than most of us did at 24. Oh, and she was the 3rd overall pick back in 2013. Talk about aging like fine wine. Next we have Sado Sabali, who's got that German-American fusion going on, like if a BMW and a Mustang had a really athletic baby. Plus she speaks 4 languages, which means she can reject you in multiple dialects. The 2nd overall pick in 2020 is putting up 17.8 points and 5.6 rebounds per game while making it look effortless. Former Oregon Duck turned Dallas Wing, and she's got more flair than a United Nations meeting. And our final honorable mention is Aaliyah Boston. The number 1 overall pick in 2023 is averaging 12.7 points and 8.7 rebounds for Indiana. She won a national championship while at South Carolina, as well as a Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. She'll steal your heart and your basketball. Our next awards we're giving away are for the most overrated. Starting off hot with Haley Van Lith. Look, she's cute, but she's been passed around more colleges than a freshman's Netflix password. Louisville, LSU, TCU, girls collecting transfer portals like Pokemon cards. At Louisville, she averaged 14.4 points per game. At LSU, it dropped to 11.6, but then she had her redemption arc at TSU, averaging 17.8 points and 5.3 assists per game. She broke TCU's single season scoring record with 680 points and won the Big 12 Player of the Year. Her commitment issues have commitment issues. But hey, the Chicago Sky drafted her 11th overall in 2025. So apparently her vagabond style has worked out just fine, averaging 3.5 points in her rookie campaign with a bright future ahead. But she's just been passed around a little bit too much for me. Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie and 7th overall pick in 2024. Look, confidence is attractive, but when your trash talk gets more screen time than your actual game highlights, we might need to reassess this. She averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds as a rookie. She won a national title with LSU as well as being named SEC Player of the Year, so she's got the credentials. But sometimes it feels like she's trying to manifest hotness through pure willpower and Instagram filters rather than letting that 6'3" frame do the talking. Cameron Brink, Stanford's finest export since, well, probably ever. The number 2 overall pick in 2024 was putting up 8.1 points and 5.7 rebounds before she tore her ACL. She's got height at 6'4" and the blonde hair, the whole package. But being tall and blonde in women's basketball is like being wet in a swimming pool. But homegirl need to put some meat on them bones if she wants to excel in this league. Moving on to the most underrated, starting with Alana Smith. This bloody ripper from the Down Under was the 8th overall pick in 2019 and is averaging 9.8 points and shooting 37% from 3 for Minnesota. She's a former Standard Cardinal and Pac-12 Player of the Year. Katie Lou Samuelson, the 4th overall pick in 2019 from UConn, also has some understated elegance. She averaged 18.5 points her senior year as well as being All-American. Not to mention a couple of gold medals internationally playing 3-on-3, so it's safe to say her resume matches the looks. Next is Olivia Nelson-Ododa. Talk about flying under the radar. This 6'5" UConn product was a co-defensive Player of the Year in the Big East. Ranked 6th in UConn with 262 career blocks and won a bronze medal with Team USA's under-17 squad. And now she balls with the Connecticut Sun, averaging 8.2 points and 5 rebounds. And finally, we'll round this category out with Veronica Burton. The point guard whisperer out of Northwestern exploded her junior year with 16.2 points and 4.9 assists. Then she capped it off as a senior All-American, dropping 17.8 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 6.4 assists. Girls got hands like Velcro and a steal rate that make a pickpocket jealous. She's moved around the league like a hot potato, but has found her home as a Golden State Valkyrie, averaging 11.9 points and 6 rebounds. And our final category, the most controversial, starting with Marina Mabrey, the queen of chaos on and off the court. This former 19th overall pick has been in more beefs than a Texas barbecue joint, averaging 14.7 points and 4 assists while bouncing between Dallas and Chicago. Pretty? Absolutely. Drama-free? Well, in a game in June 2025, she decided to insert herself into a beef between Caitlin Clark and JC Sheldon, where Mabrey hopped in and decided to shove Caitlin Clark to the ground. The technical foul got upgraded to a flagrant 2, as well as catching a fine for her troubles, and in that moment instantly became public enemy number 1 in the WNBA. The 3-time All-ACC at Notre Dame clearly knows how to make an impression, even if nobody asked her. But the real controversial pick? Kelsey Plum. Now hold up before you at me. Yes, she's conventionally attractive. Yes, she was the number 1 draft pick in 2017, as well as holding the NCAA single-season scoring record with 1,109 points. She's a 2-time WNBA All-Star and won Olympic gold in 2020. On paper, she's basketball royalty. But let's talk about this gem of a quote.
We're not asking you to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking you to get paid the same percentage of...
That's like saying I don't want hamburgers, I want ground beef in a bun with lettuce and tomato. The mental gymnastics here are Olympic level. And don't even get me started on her autograph situation, calling fans weird for asking for autographs. Ma'am, you're a professional athlete. Signing autographs is basically in the job description. But somehow you want more money? The confusion is real, folks. Alright, now enough of the foreplay, let's get to the real action. Starting at number 5, Dejanay Carrington. When she's not accidentally performing impromptu eye exams on her opponent, she's out here being the 2024 WNBA's most improved player. Let's talk numbers. 12.7 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.6 steals per game. And a Reebok deal that's helping resurrect their entire basketball division. Yes, that's correct. Reebok chose her to lead their basketball revival, and not some NBA star. She's also first team all defense, which means she locks down opponents and Instagram feeds with equal efficiency. Plus, I think she handled the eye-poking controversy with grace. And if you can make controversy look good and get paid by Reebok to do it, you deserve a spot on the list. On the other hand, we have Lexi Hull, who actually might be the least controversial person in the W. She's a Stanford grad with dual degrees in management science and engineering, while also helping lead the Cardinals to a title in 2021. Drafted 6th overall by the Indiana Fever in 2022 and has stuck around as a reliable wing, averaging 7.2 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.2 steals per game. Not MVP numbers, but solid enough to help her team snag the dub in the 2025 Commissioner's Cup. Outside of the NBA, she just wrapped up the inaugural unrivaled 3-on-3 season by captaining the Rose Basketball Club to a championship win over the Vinyl. Before that, she played Athletics Unlimited in the offseason, finishing 20th overall in 2024 and earning a nod to their all-defensive team for a second year straight. Proof she's got clamps on the court when it counts. And you would never guess, but she just launched her own makeup brand, because apparently engineering degrees come with the entrepreneurial side effect. But it's her 3-time All-Pac-12 resume and the dry wit in interviews that makes you actually want to watch. Now we're entering elite territory, because at number 3, A'ja Wilson isn't just hot, she's scoring. 2-time MVP, Olympic gold medalist, and honestly, she could probably run for president and win based off of her smile alone. But let's be real for a second. This woman is the face of the WNBA. She's making over $200K a year and has endorsement deals that would make your head spin. The number 1 overall pick in 2018 is putting up MVP caliber numbers with 26.9 points and 11.9 rebounds per game. She's earned 2 WNBA Players of the Year, and she's not even 30 yet. She's already scored over 4,000 points and shows no sign of slowing down, neither in basketball or breaking hearts. If you've ever wondered if the Arizona Sunshine was a person, well, I present to you Sophie Cunningham. She wrapped up her college career at Missouri as SEC's active leading scorer with 2,187 points, 390 assists, and 701 rebounds, earning all SEC nods. She'd go on to be drafted 13th by the Phoenix Mercury in 2019. She spent 6 seasons there before joining the Indiana Fever in 2025. And this is where the real story begins, because after getting into an altercation to defend Caitlin Clark, her jersey started selling out faster than A'ja Wilson's, which of course started drama, because imagine being so bad that your merch outsells a 2-time MVP. This viral moment and ejection has skyrocketed her into stardom, receiving endorsements from companies like Arby's, Ring, Adidas, and Spring Drift Water, making her over $2,000 in fines this season seem like chump change. Cunningham's always beach ready, even after 40 minutes of basketball, but it's her willingness to ride for the squad and speak her mind unapologetically that keeps the fans coming. And finally, Today at number 1, our crown jewel, Miss Rickea Jackson. The 6'2" forward out of Tennessee turned LA Spark was selected 4th overall in the 2024 draft, and as a rookie averaged 14.9 points and 3.5 rebounds while shooting efficiently all over the court. But here's what makes her special. She finished her college career with 2,261 total points between Mississippi State and Tennessee, ranking 6th all-time in Lady Vol history including transfers. She's a McDonald's All-American, Michigan's Miss Basketball, and first-team All-SEC in 2023. She's got the perfect blend of power and grace, like if a sports car decided to play basketball, with the size to dominate inside and step out and drain threes. She's making $338,000 this year as a 4th overall pick, but honestly, she should be making more just for blessing our timelines. She's got eyes that could start wars with a smile that can end them, and a 38-inch vertical that could probably help her escape from both. She's not just the baddest player in the WNBA, she's also putting up numbers that suggest she'll be doing it for years to come. But that's just about all I got, guys. If I missed anybody or if I offended you, please let me know in the doobly-doo. But as always, run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, lock your doors, and save your throws, and most importantly, live to fight another day.